Class 8, it's time to start chapter number 7b, India, Climate, Natural Vegetation and Wildlife. In the previous chapter and in previous video, we studied about the India, its geographical features. So we learned about India's geographical features, plateaus, name and location of plateaus, name and the position of different physical divisions of India, right? So now in this chapter, we are going to study about relief, climate, natural vegetation of India and other parts of Asia also, and as well as you'll also study about the importance of monsoon and its impact on the social cultural unity of India. So let's start today's class. The first topic to be discussed is impact of climate. So before starting this, let me explain you about the climate. What is the meaning of climate? So climate is what? Climate is the overall weather conditions, right? Overall weather conditions like atmospheric pressure, humidity of a region or an area, or atmospheric pressure, temperature, humidity, rainfall, cloudiness, so over a periods of time, right? So climate is what? Climate is the weather condition of a particular area over a period of time, right? Now come to the next topic, that is impact of climate. How does climate affect the area, right? Climate is one of the most fundamental elements of our natural environment that we all know. Climate of an area influences human life in a variety of ways, right? You will notice that the climate in the mountainous region, the mountainous regions of India is very cold, whereas the desert area like Rajasthan is very hot, right? So the people living there, that means in a mountainous area, wear heavy woolen clothes, right, all the year around. On the other hand, people living in the southern parts, that is in the peninsular plateau, hardly wear woolen clothes. Why? Because woolen garments woolen garments are meant for cold climate, right? So most of the people living in the peninsular plateau area or Rajasthan area, desert area, they wear light cotton clothes, right? Not woolen clothes or woolen garments. Now, the climate affects not only the clothing habits of people but also many other aspects of their lives, like growing of crops, type of houses also, right? So the climate not only affect the pattern of clothes or the types of clothes, but it also affects the type of crops, growing crops, type of houses and other activities also, right? Now next is climate of India. Topic is climate of India. So the climate of India is characterized by monsoon type of climate, right? So this monsoon type of climate is found in India, or we can say South or Southeast Asia. So ours, that the climate of India is described as a monsoon type, right? So monsoon type means it's a monsoon, that this is the word which comes from the Arabic word mausam, and mausam means season, right? So thus the monsoon are the seasonal winds which reverse the direction of flow with the change of season, right? This is very important. Mausam is what? Mausam is a seasonal winds, monsoon or mausam. That means a seasonal winds with reverse the direction of flow with the change of season, right? Now I'll tell you through this map, through the map. Just see this map. the monsoon winds with the rivers, the directions of flow with the change of season, they flow from sea to land, right? So the flow of direction is like this, sea to land, so which flows during summer season. This is the flow of direction of wind during summer season, right? So the south, this is also known as southwest monsoon. And now the second reversal is, that means coming back, that is from land to sea, land to sea, right? Now coming to the next topic, that is different factors affecting the climate of India. So there are various factors which affect the climate of India, such as latitude, altitude, presence of Himalayas or relief features, and conditions in the regions surrounding India, and surrounding water bodies. So these are the factors which affect the climate of India. So let's talk about the first factor, that is latitude. Okay, the first factor, latitude. So India lies between 8 degree north, 8 degree north latitude to, this is 37 degree north latitudes. So it lies between 8 degree north to 37 degree north latitude, right? Now the important Tropic of Cancer, one important latitude that passes through middle India, right? So this is 23.5 degree north latitude. So this is known as Tropic of Cancer. This passes through middle of India, while the southern part lies, the southern part, south part lies in the subtropical zone. As such, the temperature remains quite high during summer season all over the country, except in the areas of high altitudes, right? Except in the high altitudes, means a high altitude area, that only remain, those areas remain cool, and rest low-lying areas that they remain, the temperature remains quite high during summer season all over the country, right? Now, but during winter, temperature falls considerably in the northern plains and records below freezing point in many parts of the Himalayan belt, right? But in the winter season, the temperature falls, and in the northern part, in many places, or the parts of Himalayan belt, the temperature falls down, right? However, it is low to moderate in the rest of the country. Thus, India by and large enjoys a hot tropical climate, right? So this only the Himalayan region, this region, like this region experiences, or this region experiences only that extreme cold weather season during winter season, or extremely cold during winter season, but rest of the country, they experience moderate to moderate, low to moderate climate during winter season. So overall we can say India by and large enjoys a hot tropical climate. So whenever somebody asks you like what type of climate is there in India, so the answer is, your answer must be a hot tropical climate, hot tropical climate, right? So during winter season, except these Himalayan belt, Himalayan range, rest of the country experiences low to moderate type of climate, right? That is why India by and large enjoys a hot tropical climate. Now next is the Himalayan mountains. Okay, now next the Himalayan ranges or the relief features. This Himalayan ranges of northern Himalaya, we can say northern India, are responsible for the tropical climate of India. So why tropical climate of India? Because this the height and the extensive mountain range systems protects India from like entering cold wind coming from China, right? So it obstructs or it protects India from the cold wind of the north, which enters from China. Right. At the same time, the Himalayas obstruct the southwesterly monsoon. As I told you, this direction monsoon wind. It also obstruct this southwesterly wind, southwest monsoon wind, thereby causing heavy rainfall in this region, right? Or heavy rainfall in the northern plain of India. Now, next is distance from the sea. Now, the influence of water bodies. So, the areas which are just next to the sea, these areas will experience equable climate, right? So these areas are in the influence of water bodies, right? So here we have Arabian Sea and here we have Bay of Bengal. So these areas which is just next to the water body or next to the sea, they will experience equable climate. So equable climate means the climate which is not very hot during summer and not very cold during winter, right? So equable climate they will experience. Whereas the northern part of India, so these areas which are away from the influence of water bodies, they are away from water bodies, they are away from this Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. So this part of India will experience extreme climate. So extreme climate means the climate which is very hot during summer and extremely cold in winter, during winter, right? So this is the concept of the so this is the concept of the factor distance from the sea, right? So the places next to the sea will experience equable climate, and the places away from the influence of sea they will experience extreme climate. Now next is altitude. Now next is altitude. Altitude means height, right? So the relief of land is also important factor affecting the climate of India, right? So a higher altitude is responsible for lower temperatures not only in the northern mountainous regions but also in the peninsular plateau also, right? Though just few minutes before I told you about the coastal area, so that coastal area is in the south side, but the coastal area, that means equable climate, right? But presence of hill stations, so there are relief features also present in those that the south side. So those area will have cool temperature, cool climate, right? It's written here a higher altitude is responsible for lower temperatures not only in the northern mountainous area but also in the peninsular plateau region. Hill stations of peninsular plateau regions such as Ooty, though quite close to the equator, because equator we know it's where the sun rays directly falls, so it's a possibility of the region having a high temperature, right? But though Ooty is a hill station, though it is present near to the equator, have that hill station has cool temperature, low temperature. Why? Because of it is a hill station, right? Because of its altitude, height. However, the temperatures in Himalayan region are still lower due to both a greater distance from the equator and a higher altitude. That is why the hill stations are most numerous in the Himalayas. Now, you need to find out the location of various hill stations of India and on which range are they situated. And you need to mention the range also, on which range are they situated, right? So this is your homework, that you need to find out the location of various hill stations and on which range they are located. That you have to find out, right? Now next is conditions in the region surrounding India. So the conditions means like the temperature, pressure conditions in East Africa, Iran, the neighboring states or neighboring countries like East Africa, Iran, Central Asia, Tibet determine the strength of the monsoon and the occasional dry spells. So the conditions means conditions like atmospheric pressures or your temperature, pressure around the neighboring states or country that determine the strength of the monsoon. Because monsoon that when we talk about monsoon, the characteristics of monsoon is that it is unreliable, unpredicted, and erratic in nature, right? So the temperature and the pressure conditions around this Africa, East Africa, Iran, and your Central Asia, Tibet, that determine the strength of monsoon and the occasional dry spells of India, right? Okay, now next is cycle of seasons. Okay, a cycle of seasons. There are 4 seasons. So those 4 seasons are uh, the winter season, the summer season, the southwest monsoon or advancing monsoon, we can say, and the next one is the season of the retreating monsoon, right? So that's all for the day, children. We'll continue this topic in the next video, and get one river map of India also, so that we can draw the advancing and the retreating monsoon direction, right? And that's all for the day. Hopefully we'll continue, and hopefully we'll try to finish this chapter in the next video. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.